Welcome to Connie TV. I'm Connie. We have a wonderful guest from Panama today, Aníbal Vallarino. Aníbal, welcome to San Diego.
Thank you, Connie. It's a pleasure to be here in San Diego with you. It's a wonderful city. I think this is a great opportunity for me to expand my little knowledge in the hospitality industry. We in Panama have a bunch of endeavors and enterprises basically linked to the hospitality industry. Our main business right now is a company called Perfect Cleaners. We are the largest commercial laundry in Panama City. We do about 10 hotels, all private hospitals in the city, many restaurants, and with this experience, we have partnered with Roger Cafif in the Trump Winship Club project to do a showroom with your help to sell the best of the world's products. Like we were talking before, the idea and concept for this show is to give the opportunity for our customers to experience what they experience in a hotel bed. It's very, very hard. I have many friends, customers, and people that come to me and say, hey, how do you do this? How do you iron? How do you wash? What type of sheets, pillowcases, mattresses, duvets, how do they make that wonderful bed that I'm willing to buy it? I want to buy it. But then in Panama, we don't have the options to buy those products, and normally people cannot get their hands into this type of products because they're mainly manufactured for the hospitality industry. So we want to bring the hospitality industry to the retail segment with a different approach, a very upscale view. We want to be able to train the people, to teach the people, and to give the people a white glove service. We're going to have this maid that will actually go to their houses and make the bed for the first time. Since we have the laundry, we'll be able to wash it like they do in a hotel. So the feeling is going to be exactly the same. It's going to be perfect. We can basically replicate the hotel feeling using our laundry, using a maid, and taking that bed to the customer for the first time.
So your business, laundry business, is going to be, has a synergetic relationship with this new venture. So how do you see the operation works in the beds of the world and your laundry business?
I think it's a very good opportunity for us to expand. We also do a rental business to hotels. We do sell linen to hotels. And there are a lot of independent hotels in Panama, small boutique hotels. Panama is a country that is growing very rapidly, and the knowledge is not getting there that fast. So we get this cosmopolitan demand. We have people from Europe, US, all over the world coming to Panama, and they're demanding for services that not necessarily are there. So we believe we can use our experience with your help to acquire knowledge that will be given to those customers that may need designs for their boutique hotel. They want to replicate the experience of a very luxurious bed, only affordable to a high-end branded hotel, like a Ritz, like a JW, like a W, like a Waldorf Astoria. We want to be able to take that to a small boutique hotel also, and also to the homes of the Panamanian people, tourists, foreigners that get to Panama. Like I told you, we're a country in rapid growth, yet the knowledge and the services are not necessarily there like you may have them in the US. In the US, you go like this, and you have a solution for almost any problem. In Panama, we still need to work on that, but fortunately for us, that's the opportunity. That's what the US was many years ago, the land of opportunities. If you have the drive, if you have a entrepreneur mentality, if you're willing to work hard, you can make things happen. And I believe Panama gives you that opportunity.
That's wonderful. So Roger has shared with us his vision and the future plan of the beds of the world, but what do you see?
I share a lot of his vision. He's a person that transmits to me a lot of knowledge and confidence. So, and he's one of the most creative persons that I've met. And it's not only about being creative, but it's about making what you imagine happen. For example, with the Trump project, it was a project, a humongous project that most people never thought it was possible to do in a place, in a small country like Panama. People will go, hey, you're crazy. This is never going to happen. And he made it happen. It's there, it's working. It has been tough. It hasn't been easy, but it's there. So I believe that we're going to have to learn. We're going to make a lot of mistakes. We'll learn from our mistakes. But I believe what we want to do is we want to create a model that works, that will give the normal person an affordable way to have a luxurious sleeping experience. We spend 1/3 of our day in our bed. Some people spend a little bit more if you watch TV and you go to bed at 7. Some people have breakfast at bed. Some people have dinner at bed. And yet, how many hours do you spend in your car? 3 hours? 2 hours? You spend 40, 50, 80, $100,000 in a car.
Right.
Are you going to sheep about a bed that you spend 10, 11 hours a day? Mm-hmm. Plus, it's what makes you rest. It's what will give you that relief for the next morning. So I believe we can teach people to invest in their bed. It's an investment. Mm-hmm. It's something that will energize you every day. And we're going to make it affordable for them. So the average person can have that experience at home. A good night rest, a good night's sleep, and will be the envy of their neighbors and friends.
When we come back, we're going to learn more about the beds of the world from Anibal. Welcome back. Hi, Anibal. Why do you think Beds of the World showroom that you're creating is different than any other linen stores or bed stores? What the customer can expect the differences in this showroom?
First of all, I believe that in Panama, for example, and many other Latin American countries, you don't have that many choices. But in the US, for example, if you go to a department store or a bedding store, you have a different selection of articles to choose from, but you don't have much knowledge. So what we're looking from Coney is we want you to help us train our salespersons to basically explain, teach our customers how to make that bed. We're going to have, of course, a couple of selections, pre-made selections, but I believe after that people are going to become creative, and in a couple of years we're going to be out of the mold. But what we need to do is train the person. Today we have learned so much about fibers, sizes, firmness, softness, cold, hot, warmth, the different feelings you can create. I mean, this bed is a work of art. It's something that will put a little bit extra to give the people what they need to have a great experience. But again, as I told you, we need to have the proper knowledge, the proper training in our personnel and our salespersons to give that customer what he needs. Everybody knows what he wants. The problem is when you go to a department store or one of these bedding stores, you don't know where to start. 300, 400, 500 thread counts, 1,000 thread counts. Usually we think more is better. This one's $60, this one's $200. This one should be better. And sometimes that's not necessarily the reality. We have learned a lot today. And we need to teach our customers about thread counts, about fibers, about feelings. And at the end, this is like a suit. This is your bed. It has to fit you. It not necessarily is good for me. It has to be good for you. But we need to learn from our customers, know what he wants to feel, what he wants to experience. You may have people that don't like to feel anything on top of them, so they may not want a duvet cover on top of them. They will need something lighter. You're gonna need somebody that needs to be snuffled inside the bed and feel very tucked in. So again, we're gonna give them the experience, and we're gonna try to replicate that experience that they have had before in the most luxurious hotels of the world. That's the ideal concept.
Okay, then there are many different linen manufacturers or bed manufacturers. What is your main reason to have as a Kani bed?
One of the main reasons, I believe, is that the heavenly bed was the bed that transformed the industry. Before that, nobody dared to do something like this, and you being part of it, it gives us an edge. We want to have that edge. We want to tell people, this is the person that created the heavenly bed concept, the bed that started this feeling like a cloud bed. Now, all the hotels follow it. It's the trend. I believe it can vary, but I don't know if it can be much better. So basically, your image, your input, your knowledge. You can buy linen from many, many manufacturers, but they're not going to give you that extra. So we want to give our customers the little bit extra that having Kani with us will do.
So thank you for that. And so also I hear that you mentioned, and then we talked about layers of a luxury, of a comfort.
Yes.
What does that mean to you, and can you explain to the audiences?
For me, layers of luxury is basically constructing the bed from the base up. Sometimes people buy a very nice duvet, very expensive, and they get home and it doesn't feel like the hotel. Or they buy this mattress topper, well, it doesn't feel like the hotel. So it's like a recipe. You need to build it from the ground up and put it together, blend it, so it delivers a final result. That's the layers of luxury for me.
So you're talking about experience rather than just the product.
That's correct.
So when you work hard, describe for me when you crawl into that bed, what should you feel?
You should feel comfortable, warm, cozy, relaxed, rested, at peace after a hard day of work. So again, we're not selling linen, we're not selling sheets, we're not selling duvets, we're not selling pillows. We're selling an experience, and that's what we have to try to tell our customer and make him feel that.
Okay, so the comfort is, I understand, over 85% of people travel with a sleep deprivation. So will that help to them fall asleep faster, easier, give them a more relaxed?
Probably more comfortable, more at peace, more nice. Sometimes you get to this hotel or home or whatever, and the bed is not right, and you don't know how to accommodate yourself, and left, right, from, top. It's very tough.
So what is your contribution? What do you think this would contribute to the people who buys it and experience that, what you're talking about, the experience?
We're going to try to sell the experience again and quality of living, quality of life. I mean, back pain, headaches, neck pain, sleep deprivation, it's definitely not good for you. So at the end, we're selling health. We're selling life.
Thank you, Anibal. When we come back, we're going to listen what is the future of the beds of the world. Welcome back. Now, what is the future vision of the beds of the world?
Well, right now, like Roger said prior to me, we're going to start walking slow, baby steps, then maybe a little bit faster. But I believe we have a unique opportunity to touch many people's life and to bring a formula that will work to many, many countries and many different places in the world. At the same time, I believe for the hospitality industry, we're going to be very, very, very valuable because we're going to be able to touch the people in direct basis to know their needs, to know their preference, to know their feelings, to know what they want. And maybe that information would be interesting for the hospitality industry because sometimes they don't know what their guests experience. We'll try to be close to our customers and to learn what they want, what they repeat, what they like. And again, repeat this formula and export it to as many countries as we can.
So that what would be your formula to make this program as successful as you are envisioning?
Well, I believe first with your help, with your guidance, with your knowledge and your experience in the industry, with hard work, determination, and by making many mistakes, I believe we can achieve a good result.
So your end vision is to have the beds of the world all over the world?
Yes.
And so what is the plan and how you're going to go about it?
First, again, we need to create a formula that works. We need to learn from our customers. We need to learn what they want, how they want it, and how to create those products, package them, sell them. Once we have that formula done, we believe our customers are the ones that are going to take us with them home. They'll want us to go, hey, why don't you sell in Paris? Why don't you sell in Bogota? Why don't you sell in Buenos Aires? I need a store. Today, the online market, the Facebook, Twitter, today things go viral once people like them. It's not like before. Today, the media, the social media, the customers are the ones that bring you with them. So I believe if we deliver a good product, an honest product, we give ourselves to the customer will bring us with them.
So you're saying that this product will be also available online?
Yes, that's a very, very possible option.
Okay, so when is this all going to happen?
Well, our plan is to try to be open by end of May. We're going to do the best in that, but we want to do it right. Sometimes doing it right takes a little bit more time, but I believe with your help, your guidance, and your team, we can put all of this together fairly soon.
So you have selected all the product that's going to go in there?
Yes. So far, I think we know what we want. We're going to pick probably between 6, 7, 10 of the top brands of the world and work with them. Then some decorative items and everything that goes into a room, a bathroom, a terry linen, bathrobes, mats, and some other things. And again, work with it, learn, and start working probably with between a year and a half, 2 years. We think we can know how to make it better.
So now if a customer comes into the showroom and then they want to actually feel and touch, can they do that?
Yeah, they will have actual beds to sneak into them, try them, take a nap if they want. It will be, I want them to have the total experience. If we need to teach them how to make the bed, we will do. We want to give ourselves to the customer. We want to give an extra mile. We want to be different than what you can get in the market. We're not a normal retail store, and we're not selling sheets. We're selling an experience, and that's the difference.
So you mentioned before that you're going to have the maid go there and make the whole bed.
Correct.
So are you going to wash all this product before it goes in there?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit of a process, what the whole product, how they're going to deliver, okay, and then how it's going to be all made.
Okay, in a commercial laundry, typically you will wash it in a washing machine, open pocket washing machine, between 100 120 degrees Fahrenheit, with commercial detergents, the type of detergents you will find in a hotel. Then it will go to a light drying process. Normally sheets, you don't dry them. Then they will go to a flat ironer, something that a person wouldn't have at their home. These ironers are typically running 200, 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and they'll give a very crisp feeling to the sheet. Then we'll be automatically folded in our folders, packaged, and delivered home. At home, a trained maid with white gloves will actually make the bed, train the housewives and the customers how to make their bed, and voila, they'll have their bed. They'll have their experience.
Okay, so once it's delivered, they were already taught how to make that bed. That is very, very important. Thank you, Anibal, for joining us today. Please come back to San Diego soon, and it was a pleasure to having you.
It has been my pleasure too. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching us today. And if you have any input or questions, please go to connietv.tv and please join us again for next session.